Hey friends, this is the eNews for the week of March 12th, and we are now into the first full week of Lent. This past Sunday, we kicked off the season with communion. A week ago on Ash Wednesday, we had worship as well. Tonight, on the 12th, is our first evening of our Wednesday night program through Lent. At 5:30, we will have dinner, and it's in the form of a potluck dinner. You don't have to always bring food, but if you'd like to bring food, please go to the website and sign up so that we have sort of a balance, or you know what other people are bringing. And again, you don't have to sign up to come. You don't even have to bring food to come. Just come and join us. 5:30 for dinner, and then 6:30 is the Bible study. And this year I'll be going through the Gospel of John, and we'll be taking a look at the I am statements that Jesus makes through that Gospel. So I hope that you'll be able to join us. I wanted to follow up today with a text that I used on Sunday in the sermon from Proverbs 3. And I don't know how often you read the Proverbs, but boy, they are full of wisdom, just like Proverbs are. And this particular one is a verse that I've memorized and I've used often in our ministry here. It just reminds me of some basic and important truths, and that's Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. And it says this: "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not rely or lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct or make straight your paths." I think that that is the essence of faith, really, to trust God. And trust is a really significant thing to meditate on and contemplate and consider. One of the really helpful illustrations for me about understanding what it means to trust are some things that I have done in my ministry with youth and other groups of people going out to Ligonier Camp, but anywhere. But Ligonier Camp is where I used to take youth group retreats. And they have these telephone poles or big logs that are into the ground at different heights. And what you do there is something called a trust fall. In other words, you get somebody to stand on that tall log, maybe it's 3 feet high off the ground, and they turn their back and they fold their arms, and then the rest of the group is behind them on either side, right and left. They make up rows, and those people put their hands out like this, and they say, "We will catch you. All you need to do is fall." And you wouldn't believe how difficult that is, to trust the people behind you, because you're not looking, you're falling backwards, and you're trusting them that they're going to catch you. It really is a challenging exercise, but I think a really helpful way to understand what it means to trust someone, even to trust God. It means you have to believe in them, that they're going to do what they say they're going to do. They're not going to abandon their position, and they're not going to let you fall. And that's what God says. Believe in me. Believe I will be here always. I will not abandon you, and I will not let you fall. He is there to catch us each and every time, no matter how high our fall is or how short the fall is. God is trustworthy. The second illustration for me is when my freshman year in college went rappelling with a bunch of guys. They were taking some freshmen out and having a good time. And this was the illustration. You get the harness on and the gear, and you put the helmet on, and you're all set, and you're ready to step off the cliff and rappel down. And the rope is tied, and someone's down below holding the rope. And they ask you, do you trust the equipment that you have on? Yes. Do you trust the person below, that they'll catch you and make sure you don't fall or go too fast? And you say, yes. And then they say, okay, well then go ahead. and you're standing on that ledge, and it takes a little bit of time for the first time you've done this to really step off the ledge and actually trust everything you said you were going to trust. To believe that the equipment's going to hold you, that you're not going to free fall, it's not going to break. To believe the guy that's belaying you below has the rope and he's not going to let it go too fast or too far. That's a step of faith. To step off the ledge and to trust those things you say you believe in and trust. And that's what life is every day for us. Do we trust that God has us in his hands? Do we trust that he is good, gracious, and merciful? So trust in the Lord with all your heart. And the second part is, don't rely on your own understanding. Because if we understood everything, if it all made sense all the time, if it was just taking one step after another, knowing what was coming before we took that step, that's really not trust or faith. Trust is about what we don't know or haven't experienced or what we can't understand. That's when we trust God. So don't rely on understanding all the mysteries of God. Don't think you have to have every answer before you trust your life into his hands. Take that step of faith, even before you think you know it all or have it all together. The second part is, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. What does it mean to acknowledge God? Well, it means to say he's there, to call him by name, and to let those people around you know that that's who you trust, that is who your God is. This past Sunday in the sermon, Paul said to the sailors who were on the ship in the midst of the storm, "This is the God to whom I belong and whom I worship." Do you trust in the God whom you belong to and worship? Do you acknowledge him? Because he's the one that will direct your paths and make them straight. Friends, this season of Lent is full of opportunities. Please check the website and this eNews to find all the things that you can participate in, whether it be mission or study or fellowship, and particularly worship. We care about you. We love you. Reach out to us if we can do anything. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.